On their feet here at Daytona as we get ready to put this one in the record books. On the inside, it will be Kevin Harvick. On the outside, it will be Casey Kane. Green flag in the air. Alex Bowman right there. Truex, Clint Boyer, Ryan Newman. They're off to turn number one.
One gigantic, two-wide pack of automobiles, inches apart. Nobody able to get the advantage at the front of the field right now. Casey Kane on the outside. Down low, it's Kevin Harvick. Harvick by a nose and nothing more off two.
It is buckle up time at Daytona, side by side for the lead, double wide for at least a dozen rows. Kevin Harvick downstairs. Casey Kane trying to inch out in front and take the lead. Martin Truex Jr. says it is time to go. He's third. He's closing in behind Kevin Harvick and helps Harvick move forward up the inside lane of the racetrack. Harvick's got a hook up indeed, but no clear sailing for him. Plenty of competition still around. Casey Kane is still there, although he falls back a bit. Now it's Martin Truex who sneaks up on the inside. He's lined up right behind Harvick.
Truex trying to take that number 2 position. He will do it at the entrance to turn number 1. Now here comes Clint Boyer. He'll go to the inside of Casey Kane. He'll take over the number 3 spot. Kane now will try and hang on as he races Eric Jones.
The outside line starting to lose some steam downstairs. Here comes Harvick. Here comes Truex. Here comes Boyer. Now joined by Eric Jones in fourth. Here's Jones now. Starts to trouble. Turn number 3. 3 cars are into the outside wall. Joey Gase is one of them. Michael McDowell is the other. Matter of fact, one car loses a tire, and that's Eric Almirola. That Smithfield Ford slams into the safer barrier in 3.
And that will put us under the caution flag for the 9th time here tonight. It all broke loose over in front of you, Mike Bagley.
And it happened at the tail end of the pack, Jeff, and it happened very quickly. Something happened with Joey Gase's car. He shot up off the bottom of the racetrack. Michael McDowell, Eric Almirola, no place to go. All 3 cars attached themselves together and went basically slamming into the safer barrier. One tire came off of one of the automobiles, I believe it was the Eric Almirola car, and a shower of sparks ensued with this 3-car pileup in 3. Jimmy Johnson also dove down to the inside of the racetrack, and we just saw him come by with a lot of smoke coming off the back of that rear tire on his car. Remember, he was right back there in the thick of that when it occurred in turn 3. Still 4 laps to go at Daytona.
Tailgating, autographs, scanners, show cars, a day at the Speedway with your pals and family. Those are some valuable memories. Quality Inn Hotels invites you to create more memories with its Quality Time Race Weekend giveaway. Enter to win 2 tickets to next year's Coke Zero Sugar 400, including 3 nights of Quality Inn Daytona Speedway plus airfare. Get your money's worth with free hot breakfast, friendly service, and a whole lot of valuable memories. Enter to win at qualityinn.com.
Next, you're holding up the line, ma'am. What did you say? You're next in line for the water slide, ma'am. Feet forward and enjoy the ride. Okay, dearie. This does look fun. You melted me. I've melted.
The Wicked Witch of the West on a water slide? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
See what you've done. Oh.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Cleanup is still underway over in turn 3 where the crash happened a few moments ago between Eric Almirola, Joey Gase, Michael McDowell, and also Michael McDonald and Jimmy Johnson also involved in that crash. It'll be a few minutes before we get this thing back underway. Right now they're showing 3 laps to go. From Daytona International Speedway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hello, MRN crew call. Yes, you want to schedule an appointment with Sammy Joe and Rocco? I can do that. Now that comes with an all-access look down onto pit road. Are you okay with that? Sure, it's as close as you'll get to interviewing the race car. Now, do you need a reminder? Okay, you're scheduled for Wednesday at noon Eastern. Just come to MRN.com or the MRN Facebook page and ask for crew call. We look forward to seeing you. Bye.
Team's just good. You're either growing together or growing apart.
some kind of changes always happen.
There are plenty of changes in the NASCAR garage in 2018. What isn't changing is NASCAR Today Midday, keeping you up to date.
To be able to drive for Roger Penske on the Cup side has been something I've always wanted to do, and to bring the 12 car back, I think it's a pretty big deal.
Your midday NASCAR fix is NASCAR Today Midday, weekdays here on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Hi, this is Dylan Hart Jr. Stay tuned for the One to Go, sponsored by my friends from Wrangler Jeans.
It's not far away. Right now, 4 to go as cleanup continues in turns 3 and 4. It looks like quite a few vehicles down there taking care of business. Kurt Becker, how's it look to you?
Well, both Michael McDowell and Eric Almirola have long since climbed from their respective Fords, but keep in mind, Mike Bagley made reference to this earlier tonight, that grass that borders the inside of turns 3 and 4, because of rain showers over the last couple of days, it is soggy, it is muddy, it is wet, and as a result, that has thrown a few challenges to getting cars removed from that portion of the racetrack. Right now, the rollback is backed up to the car of Eric Almirola, and the cleanup crews also are trying to find a way to get the Michael McDowell machine pulled from the muck and the mire.
Yeah, well, after having such a wonderful night tonight, speaking of Michael McDowell, to wind up like this and add insult to injury once he climbed out of the car and burst into flames down there, and as Kurt Becker described, now trying to pull the car away. But talk about the highs and lows of this sport. That's the story right there.
That is definitely high and definitely low. The only thing he can hold his head high about, they know they had one really fast car, and they're probably looking towards the Daytona 500 now when they come back, knowing how fast they were. They know when they come back down here in February, they're going to be in really, really good shape. But a guy that's not been in good shape, what about Jimmy Johnson, guys?
Right.
This blows me away how he's been out there. He's running fast, but he keeps having all these crazy problems. He's running around the racetrack all by himself when that wreck started happening. He slows up, goes to the bottom, and here comes Michael McDowell off the wall right down in front, hits him. Now it looks like he's going to be able to get that car patched back up and going again. So he's got one more shot to get a decent finish.
When you talk about the ups and downs here tonight, you can look at a couple of drivers. How about Casey Kane? Who we were just talking about with Winston Kelly, looking like he was in position to go to victory lane, and he still might, but after leading the field back to the green flag, they worked down to his inside, got by him, shuffled him back into position number 6. There have been a number of drivers that have been up and down the leaderboard tonight. One of them, Winston Kelly, is the guy on top right now, Kevin Harvick.
I tell you what, for a 5-time winner, a lot of folks that may just be tuning in say, ho-hum, it's just another night at the office for Kevin Harvick. Far from that. He was involved in that first big accident. He got clipped. The car turned around. The left rear corner panel went into the outside retaining wall. So they've got quite a bit of bear bond. It's a silver bear bond on that left rear quarter panel of the machine. He was able to work his way back up, get back on the lead lap, and then when Kyle Larson had his incident, he brought that bumper, the rear bumper, came all the way down pit road with him, and they had to pull it out, and they had to tape up the right front of the car. They had already taped down the right, or the hood of the car on the left side, so he's had some damage all the way around. We've talked about Bubba Wallace, but not quite as much damage on Kevin Harvick's Jimmy John's Ford, but it's been anything but an incident-free night. Finds himself up front going into NASCAR overtime.
Alex Hayden, let's talk about Kevin's teammate, Clint Boyer. He's gone through a few issues here tonight as well, and he's right up there near the front of the field.
Yeah, Clint Boyer told us what a party he had on the 4th of July. The car looks like it was right in the middle of that party. It's been beat up all the way around the corners of that machine, but hey, you gotta give yeoman's work and an effort to this race team down here. They've worked on it many times, and with these longer caution flags that we've had, they've been able to come in each and every time, with the exception of this one, and work on the race car a little more to make sure all the tape is down, make sure all the fenders are off the tires, make sure the nose is as clean as they can possibly get it. But yeah, Clint Boyer, Mike Booger-Ravitch, the crew chief of this entire team, having a nice evening here at Daytona to this point.
Think of it this way. Kevin Harvick, race leader, 5 wins already this season. Truex goes second with 3. Clint Boyer is third. He's got 2. Winston Kelly, you get back there to 4th, and we just haven't talked a lot about it. Eric Jones is running there, the 22-year-old driver out of Byron, Michigan. He has put himself in position to go to victory lane for the very first time.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys that has battled back. He got some damage from one of those earlier incidents. They've been working on the right side of his car throughout the night. Another one that found himself a lap down earlier, able to get back on the lead lap, finds himself in fourth position. So it just proves, keep working on the race car and keep digging. You can have a chance to win. Eric Jones could go to victory lane for the first time in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series tonight.
I tell you what, guys, one thing that's pretty good for Kevin Harvick. It looks like he's going to choose the inside for the start of this race. He's got a teammate, Clint Boyer, who's going to be right behind him to help push him. On the other hand, Martin Truex starting on the front row outside has got Eric Jones, another Toyota, right behind him. So really, both front cars are hooked up pretty good with teammates or else car alliance members right there with them. So this is going to be a real shootout. They got what they want, teammates and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
All right, we're going into overtime here this evening. Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex on the front row. Two of the big three with an opportunity to win at Daytona, but don't give it to them yet. Clint Boyer right behind. Eric Jones is there. That's row two for the restart. Then Trevor Bayne and Casey Kane. Casey, who led earlier, he lines up now in the sixth position. Seventh, Alex Bowman. Eighth is Ty Dillon. Then Ryan Newman and Chris Buescher complete the front 10.
19 cars on the lead lap. 11th and not out of it, Matt DiBenedetto. Bubba Wallace 12th. Brendan Gaughan 13th for the restart. Austin Dillon 14th. AJ 15th. DJ Kennington 16th. Ross Chastain, how about that? Chastain on the lead lap 17th. Jimmy Johnson still on the lead lap 18th. And Jeffrey Earnhardt right now 19th. 19 cars on the lead lap. Quickly, in overtime, we must complete that white flag lap. We've got to be able to take the white flag. If we don't do it, we're going to re-rack them. So they're going to have to run 2.5 miles, Joe, to make it official if we get them together. The pace car coming off turn number 4, lights out, getting ready to go back under the green flag here at Daytona.
Ford and Toyota up front. Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr., both with drafting partners right behind the pace car on pit road. Green flag is in the air at Daytona. On the brake, it is Harvick by a couple of inches, but not for long. Here's Truex pulling even again, and side by side is the way they head to turn 1.
Side by side is how they arrive in turn 1. Truex now inches ahead by about a door. Harvick trying to fight back on the bottom, but Truex has got the better drafting help. Martin Truex Jr. around the outside. He'll take the lead.
Eric Jones is basically sitting in Martin Truex Jr.'s trunk, shoves him to the lead, and Truex leaves him high and dry. Truex will dive to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll grab the lead, but here comes Jones back to 3.
Casey Kane goes to third, and then Chris Buescher to fourth, and Kevin Harvick, left all alone at the bottom side of the racetrack, falls back to fifth.
1 to go, sponsored by Wrangler Jeans. Here they come. Oh, and they're crashing further back. Clint Boyer in the wall. Bubba Wallace in the wall. So is Trevor Bayne. Others crashing and colliding. Alex Bowman is involved. A number of cars crashing, and I do not see, Joe, unofficial, I do not see the white flag flying at the start-finish line. I saw the caution. It flies here, and that would be the 10th one of the night.
No indication of a white flag being displayed. Watching the flag stand, they were clearly a little bit early getting to the start-finish line, had just entered the tri-oval when that big crash broke out. Jimmy Johnson was in it. He got some of the crash action. Also, we see Trevor Bayne sitting on the inside of the racetrack. Another big multi-car crash at Daytona.
Jimmy Johnson, what about that? We just talked about it. He's got one more shot. He's been in almost every incident tonight. Well, it's completely done now. The whole front end of the 48 car is ripped off that car. He is done. Trevor Bayne is out of his car. He's walking. His car is destroyed. What a big wreck coming off turn 4. It all started with Clint Boyer spinning around. Everybody started wrecking around him. We knew it was going to happen.
More cars headed to the garage. We're going to head to the care center. And Kim, we're going to hear from a driver that ought to be awful proud of what he accomplished here tonight at Daytona.
Absolutely. That would be Michael McDowell. He was one of the power players here tonight at Daytona before getting caught up in the wreck. Actually, prior to this one, Michael, what happened?
Yeah, we just we had a really fast K-Love Ford. It was super quick. We had a tie rod come loose early in the race, still able to get back to the front, finish second segment, and push Ricky to the lead on both of those. But there at the end, we just lost track position. I was fighting hard to try to get it. It's really tough to pass tonight, and a lot of damaged cars out there that were going slow, and you just had to go, and there just wasn't room to go 4 wide, and I was trying to make it 4 wide. Haven't seen a replay, but pretty sure I got the 0-0 turn sideways, and just unfortunate. We had a shot at it tonight, but it's the end of the race. You got to go.
Although you weren't able to finish the race, can you still walk away proud here?
Yeah, definitely. I think that we showed the strength of our Front Row Motorsports team and everybody at Ford Performance and Roush Ace Engines. We brought a really fast piece and led some laps, had some fun. I thought it was going to be our night, but just didn't work out.
Big smile on Michael McDowell's face despite the ending here for him tonight. Like he said, had some fun, led some laps.
All right, thanks for the report there. We are going under the red flag as the cleanup is going to take a few moments here, coming into the tri-oval where the crash occurred a few moments ago, and 2 more big players out of the race tonight.
How about this now for the top 10 as we watch 2 big players walk away, helmets off, out of the cars. They're okay. Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer walking together down pit road. They'll have to head back to the care center. That garage is filling up. But before we talk about that, Truex is your race leader. Eric Jones, winless in his career. He is second.